good way to push down towers. Still, they don't start fights, so I guess Brewmaster got to pick the blink up early, but they don't have catch for the Pock either, so I think this will be a Pock 2, just because of how great of a game it is. And it can either mean Liquid if they want to put the Ursh... Oh,
Invoker.
Wow. Oh, you love to see that.
Chat was right. Everybody's spamming Invoker. They all want, oh, let's see the Invoker. Let's see the Invoker. They got their wish. You can't be unhappy when you get to see your wish here with the Weeha Invoker.
So exactly what we spoke about, how they pick the Life Sword, fourth pick it leaves this flex, you don't know where the Puck or the Earthshaker is going to be, and Liquid just slam the hammer down. They pick up the Invoker, a great matchup with the Earthshaker. You have the setup for the Sunstrike, and there's so much space. How do you get on top of the Invoker? I don't know how, and of course it will be the Afterlife Brewmaster, so unfortunately not the position 3 Crystal Maiden, but
got my hopes
this
up.
We haven't seen Invoker in a while. It's actually Weeha playing it, not Miracle.
So Weeha on the Invoker, Miracle on the Lifestealer, Mind Control on the Puck, GH with the Earthshaker, which we have seen him make so many plays on this Earthshaker in previous games and series and just big moments. And then Kuroki on the Warlock. And then for Gambit, they've got F-Ninja on the Leshrac, Dahak on the Jug, FNG playing the Bane, Immersion on the Crystal Maiden, and Afterlife on the Brew. So I'm excited to see this Weeha Invoker. I don't get to cast Weeha's games that much, and much less a Weeha Invoker game.
He's definitely got one of the best Invokers, I must say. I mean, Miracle, I don't think anyone can deny that Miracle Invoker is a formidable force, but you got Weeha as well, who can play this hero incredibly well. So this is going to be interesting to see how did Gambit actually play this. I mean, this is going to be a similar matchup. I know different heroes, but the Brewmaster is he needs to get on top of the Invoker. You need to Cyclone him. Just get up all in his face. Make it really hard. Nice Sunstrike as well, just scouting out the lanes. Those little things, making sure they get the right lane matchup, and you see straight away Mind Control going to that top lane. So little things, man. You get the Sunstrike for the vision. They see the Brewmaster bottom. Mind Control going straight to that top side. It's a big thing for them.
GH. Spots FNG for a moment. Look at each other, wonder what they're doing here.
Nice placement from Dahak as well. Sunstrike. Ooh, nice little damage. He did bring 9 tangos though, but you see how he's playing it. A lot of the time you see teams rotate into the jungle and place really deep vision around, around the bottom, T2 towers. I should say the safe lane towers of the opposite team, just to try and get vision down. No,
could potentially be in trouble. Sunstrike up in 2 seconds, and the Fissure blocks him out. Let's see if they're able to continue and maybe throw a Sunstrike on the FNG, but won't actually commit to doing so. I thought with that Fissure,
so
they
the
could have
Hawks
potential.
scouted out. Yeah, I think just with the Fissure on cooldown. But like I was gonna say, the Hawks scouted out that lane. How they knew the Puck was gonna be top, but they didn't rotate. So it looks like they're content with just having the Puck. They're content with having the Jug up against the Puck, and it's a little scary because, like I said, Life Sword is gonna be great against the Brew just because you deal really well with tanky heroes that feast, of course, the percent damage, but lanes are underway, and you see the power of the Earthshaker as well, just blocking out. He's going to do a double block, so the creep wave right underneath the tower. Another pause.
Something we saw in the previous game was the lane swapping from Gambit, but almost at that moment it was too late. And once they had lane swapped, they were just behind, and it really put them into a lot of trouble to, be at a disadvantage in all their lanes. Their laning phase this game has to go much better than the last game, and it wasn't even that bad last game. It was just you had Afterlife continually dying. Mid went pretty well, but I think even then it still has to be much better.
Up top, actually.
Yeah, this could be first blood, one more shot. Not even gonna need it.
That's kind of rough though for Wei. I mean, that's a lot of mana now down, and you see he's completely empty. So just the power of holding back, the Leshrac. Of course, he's going to get prioritized with that Koro if he needs any mana, but this is, we saw Afterlife not have the greatest game on that Pangoli loss. This is where he needs to set up.
FNG
spoke about the Bane.
Just needs to be careful.
We spoke about the Bane and the Crystal Maiden, how they can't make any plays across the map. So this is really on the Brewmaster. He's going to be the one to put a lot of pressure on. And they put him in a rough matchup against a Lifestealer. So keep your eye on Afterlife if he can make space across the map. But Kuro's going to be take a lot of damage down bot, actually.
He's trying to survive in this lane, and will with the Shadow Word. It's only level 1. You see how much damage Gambit can do if they get on top of you, or at least get on top of the Warlock. So
great ward placement as well from Afro. He's just going to scout up the movements from the Earthshaker. Knows he's going to be playing around the top lane, so he puts it on the higher side. Of course, around that top rune. So they scout at the Earthshaker. He's not going to get a rotation mid. Just go straight back up top. Miracle is taking a fair bit of damage on bot. You see Emerging actually brought out 5 mangoes, so just a constant spam with the Crystal Nova. I mean, 130 damage early on is quite a lot, but power of Kuroki, just that Shadow Word.
Well, back and forth over top. Not committing anything just yet. And, you know, Weehaw was very willing to throw that Sunstrike over top earlier, but I think seeing what happened to his mana previously, maybe he's not going to try and go for those Sunstrikes as much until he's a little bit more stable in terms of his mana. Ooh. They've got Fatal Bonds. Immersion trying to run, and the slow isn't enough. No, Miracle gets the kill. Afterlife will chase Miracle for a moment, but Fatal Bonds there with the open wounds. Miracle just chasing down this Crystal Maiden, and that's just got to feel bad. What do you even do at that point? It's almost certain death. As I say that, Miracle now needs to run. He's rooted, and one more shot comes in from Immersion, and he ends up falling. So, gives it right back, and that is just not good there from Miracle to end up falling in this lane like that. Well, over mid, we take a look. We about half health, half mana for the moment.
I think Miracle may have been able to survive the down bot, actually, just looking at it. I think Kuroki may have had the Shadow Word on cooldown, so wasn't able to get the heals off in time. And I know Afterlife was slowed up as well, so he's actually still doesn't have Rage, so it's going to take a fair bit of damage here, Miracle. Kuroki will rotate, though. Yeah, he's fine.
That level 2 is Shadow Word now, and will be placed onto Miracle. So that'll keep him healthy inside this lane, but we'll see. They might even just go after Warlock.
I must say, this mid lane is going horrific for Weehaw. And, actually,
Afterlife, Kuroki will be forced to TP away. We'll go all the way back to base.
I'm kind of surprised how bad Weehaw's having a laning stage. I mean, 26 and 15 on Afro. And a lot of the time, you don't see Leshax. They have very bad base damage to start. And he's actually steamrolling this lane. I mean, leading by far in the CS. Of course, you know, Weehaw, once he gets a few more levels in Exord, he's going to be more than... he'll have the better base damage, or I should say the better damage at laning against the Leshrac. But I am still really surprised with him only having 12 last hits. But I guess Afro just having 3 points in the Lightning Storm, just being able to harass out the Invoker. So as long as he just stays alive, you see GH, this mid ward as well just expired, so they won't be able to see the Earthshaker rotating, and that's a big thing. He hasn't gotten any rotations to the mid. He's tried a few times, but there you go. Weehaw now level 5, so should be fine.
The first time GH had come over, they had the ward, they spotted him, and he was unable to get anything successfully done over mid. Meanwhile, top Mind Control, one shot from going down to Hawk gets the kill. GH can stop this TP and will do so. Lands the fissure into Hawk. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide or run. And GH will trade the kill.
Can you get the healing ward as well? If you're able to chunk of gold, you take that on a position for Earthshaker, but maybe just... it's not going to look for it, though. We'll be fine. You see... okay, so Miracle, he's got a point in the Rage now, so this bot lane should not be hard at all. You know, see Immersion now rotating back to the jungle. And this is what you see a few times whenever the Crystal Maiden is picked up. You're able to farm the jungle pretty efficiently just because that Frostbite claiming the big creeps, but they see him straight away. They ping him out. They got the ward on the high ground. Kuroki might block the camp. What's he doing over here? Maybe just soaking some experience, I guess.
Not the worst way to go about it.
Where's... Okay, so let's just falling back to the jungle here. Now level 6, so we'll be able to claim the stacks.
FNG
And-
and immersion
so,
smoke. And that was right under a ward. So they do
They
spot
can bait
this.
mid if they want to,
Afterlife,
but it looks like, yeah, Afterlife.
he's in trouble. The Sunstrike, it will hit, and Kuroki will get the kill.
Wee's got to be careful, though. They know they're going mid off with that smoke. If they want to rotate, but I guess Earthshaker is kind of in the area. Kuroki's got TP, so does GH. Weeha's going to run into them, though.
He spots
Nice Forge Spirit
immersion.
scouting.
Yeah, the Forge Spirit spotting immersion, and now Weehaw coming over the cold snap. Immersion needs to be very careful. Afro Ninja will take over here and try to help out. Immersion will die to neutrals, and then GH gets spotted. Afro Ninja doing a lot of damage with that Pulse Nova.
Miracle's gonna
And
rotate
he's
too.
dead, but Miracle rotates. That'll ensure a 1-for-1. For one, I guess. Neutrals getting their own kill.
Yeah, I guess, but so that's going to reveal there's a ward on the high ground, or at least somewhere in the area. You saw the Invoker was able to right-click the Crystal Maiden while he was, cutting through the trees. Normally, of course, Invoker with the Fog of War wouldn't be able to see the Crystal Maiden, so it does reveal there's a ward there. Be interesting to see if they get that straight away, but up top, actually, FNG. Nightmare on the puck.
Mind Control going with the Dream Coil, and Mind Control taking a lot of damage. He's in a bad spot here with Dahak. They've got the stun coming out from Afro Ninja. GH gonna try and run away from the Pulse Nova that's ringing in his ears. One more shot gets the kill. Sunstrike comes in, but Mind Control still dead, and they will take out FNG. So the Sunstrike gets the kill here on FNG, but they lose 2 in that lane.
Yeah, I mean, a nice rotation. You see the Lesh, just the power of this hero being able to rotate to the lane, and he has so much damage early on. And looks like they're going to try and put some pressure on the tower as well. They know the Invoker can't defend this lane, and with level 2 in the Edict, they're just going to slowly chip this down here. But
Meteor coming in, Afterlife moving forward. GH gets the stun on the 2. Looks like Gambit were trying to make an aggressive move there, just continuing to try and push Liquid away from the tier 1 tower, but with that, they'll move back.
I love the movement from Gambit. I mean, they don't get anything out of it, so, I mean, it's kind of just wasted their time seeing as Miracle still farming down bot, but they recognize that Liquid can't defend this mid lane. Invoker's not strong early on. You know Lifesteal is just going to be farming down bot. So if you can rotate over, use the Bruce Split, that first Bruce Split, and try and get the tower, and that allows you to now further rotate into the jungle, because that's, Invoker's just going to be farming there until he gets his Ags, but just unable to make that rotation work. Now top lane with the Nightmare. The Hawk does have the Omni Slash, but I don't know if they can get the puck here.
Forcing out the Illusory Orb.
They
He'll
could
jaunt
actually
over
hear.
to it, but Fissure hitting on the Hawk. They've got Dream Coil ready.
And this is the power. I mean, Miracle just can't die. He can always rage TP away, and this is the beautiful thing of having, Life Stealers, Jugs. They're so just survivable in their lane. You can always Blade Fury, Rage, TP out, so it allows the supports to rotate to the other lanes, and out the Hawk up top with the pressure.
Yeah, he puts down the Healing Ward, immediately taken out by Mind Control. FNG comes over with the Brain Sap as well as the Nightmare that hits onto GH. They'll root him down. The Fissure hits onto 2. Omni Slash committed to this, and the jaunt over from Mind Control. They don't get anything out of this for Gambit, so they rotate over.
First tier though.
Let's see. Mind Control
Control's
just...
got a TP.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
He's got Illusory Orb as well. He should be out of here.
That's a lot of space as well. At first stun, can't get in range. Okay.
So that's Omni Slash down in a lot of rotations.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the big thing. It's kind of similar to last game, the item timing, you want that, TA Desolator Blink, you want the Radiance on the Wraith King, and it's similar. Invoker wants to get the Midas Ags and just allow him to continue farming. Miracle looks like he will be going for the Armlet this game, so recognizes that he can actually provide a lot of pressure on the map, and just really needs to make space for his Invoker here, and allowing him to go the Armlet. Half-Life? Okay, can't get the Corey bot. So, I mean, like I said, Miracle recognizes he needs to just constantly take these fights and make space for the Invoker. If he went for the Radiance, it would have been way too greedy. Really like the item build coming through from him.
Miracle just slapping Afterlife. He's gotten into a Midas as has Weeha. They've both gone into these Midases, and I mean, it slows down the progression now, but the longer this game goes, the more that those Midases are gonna pay off in full, and more problems are gonna come out for Gambit, where again, are they forced into a position to just make a move? knowing that the later this goes, the more trouble they're in.
I love it. Miracle recognizes there's going to be some aggression coming through. You see the support just sitting mid, so it either means Leshrac is farming the jungle or they're smoking. And, well, they're smoking. They're going to try and take a tower. They were thinking about bot, but it looks like they want to try and fight mid. But Liquid recognize this, and they've got the ultimates, Kuroki. Level 6 GH7 as well. And they're just going to push out top. And it looks like with that, they can't get mid, so they'll at least try and get something out of that bot lane. But perfectly recognized from the position 1 on Liquid.
Yeah, they recognize it. Nothing Gambit can do, and it makes space. It opens up the map even more. Miracle continuing to farm. He's got this Midas going into the armlet. They do take a tower over bottom, which is good there for Gambit. But again, that was 4 heroes kind of hinting over towards mid. We're seeing some heavy rotations from Gambit, and at some point, it feels like that's going to start to really not be... If they're not getting anything out of these rotations, it's going to start to hurt them.
And they're just going to keep going here, but Mind Control can set up. I mean...
Got Dream Coil ready, but the Fiend's Grip. FNG with the Omni Slash. Now the Fissure out onto 2. The Dream Coil gets laid down, and there's the Chaotic Offering, but they'll take out Mind Control. GH on the back lines with the Echo Slam. A couple of botch skills coming out from both sides, but Kuroki getting over the Pulse Nova again. The Shadow Word's not going to help him out there. They've already lost 2 on the side of Liquid. The look over for Dahaku gets the Healing Word out, but Weeha in a lot of trouble, and he looks like he might even fall. The Deafening Blast hits on a 3. They get themselves the kill. 3 heroes gone, and oh boy, Liquid, this is really going poorly for them, and they might even dive for Miracle. GH needs to be careful about his positioning, but Gambit finally backing off this one.
That looked like started off like it looked like a really good pickoff onto the puck, but like we spoke about in the draft, the power of the Earthshaker, that long-range fissure to stop the Fiend's Grip, and then looked like Liquid could have turned it here. I mean, the coil holding them in place, you got the Fatal Bonds, as well as the rock getting dropped, but it was just the issue, they didn't have enough damage output coming through. Mind Control, only level 7, so, and he was too weak as well to just put those abilities, all that AoE damage in the team fight, so Gambit, they were able to hold on, get a few key kills, and the big one is the Invoker though. But you see, I mean, Miracle's actually taken the top net worth lead, so the big thing is, Gambit, don't take a tower out of this switch. You're going to see, it's same as the last game. Yes, you can take kills, but if you don't get objectives and you don't start pressuring the Invoker, these double Midases, then Liquid will slowly start to take the advantage, considering I believe they've got the better team fight as well. So... I mean, Gambit, you see straight back down to that bot lane. They're going to try and pressure out the T2 tower.
And that fight going well for
the
Gambit.
Hawk also,
they knew when to
Manta Style being first.
They knew when to back off that. Yeah, that Manta Style being built. We'll see how quickly he's able to get onto that one. FNG are already feeling a lot more effective in this game. That Fiend's Grip, although not lasting, as long as he maybe would have hoped, was enough for them to get a couple of kills there. And FNG setting up again. He's got Fiend's Grip ready, so Liquid need to be very careful here as Nightmare comes out. They've also got the Split Earth, the ulti from Immersion, as well as the Fiend's Grip once again, but they use the Fissure. The Dream Coil gets dropped, and Mind Control can turn this around. Afro Ninja in trouble. He's trying to run the Sentry Ward placed out, and onto the high ground. Sunstrike?
Sunstrike?
But they will get the kill onto FNG. No. That was Fatal Bonds that killed him.
Oh, so that's what you want to do. Like, in hindsight, you always try and, the support just runs forward, says, take me, take my life, let my core survive. But you can't do that when you got Fatal Bonds in our mid as well.
And the Hawk forced to spin out of there and infest onto the creep. They're posturing. They want this tier 1 tower. Gambit are looking to retort, and we'll see if they can.
Miracle playing on the edge here, but this is what happens. I mean, Liquid take that fight even without Golem, but it just started really well. You can't get the long Fiend's Grip off because Earthshaker is constantly saving the Fissure. He's got Blink now. I wonder if they want to smoke. Still Weeha a little from the Ags. Okay, they just got Veil. Yeah, they definitely should smoke here. Blink on the Earthshaker, Veil on Mind Control. A lot of damage. They still have their ultimates as well. They got the Echo Slam, they've got the Golem, if they want to try and take a fight, potentially. Afterlife's going for a Midas, and I guess we spoke about how Gambit can't start these team fights, and I think he really needed a blink, and now going for the Midas, I guess Gambit are recognizing if they can't... he just wants to try and be able to scale to the late game, but this is a little worrisome. I feel like they can really, if they just haven't created enough pressure on the Invoker, who's, you know, once he gets that Ags, it's going to be a big nuisance this game.
Do take the bottom tier 1, and now that smoke will be purchased by Kuroki. He's got one in his inventory already, so we'll see if they go off his tier 2 and then smoke maybe towards mid.
How do you kill Kuroki as well? I mean, he's got double bracer with the 1500 HP. This is a Warlock support. I know a few... I think I heard someone say that they actually don't really particularly like the bracer build, just because, I mean, Warlock can use his abilities from so far away. Usually you go bracer on supports if you don't have, you know, that long of a cast range, but with the Warlock, of course, if you want to go for that talent tree with the cast range, he can just use these abilities from so far away, and he's one of the few supports that sit incredibly far behind. But I guess there's nothing really wrong with this. It's just going to allow you to tank up and make sure you get those off. So, and Manta now finished for the Jugs. We spoke about the only way they really kill him, I guess, you lead into the Silence with the Puck, so it's going to be able to purge that one off. He didn't go for the Maelstrom first, though. We see a lot of Jugs, you know, get that early Maelstrom so you can farm, but the Manta is going to allow him to fight. They want to defend top, though. They still haven't seen GH blink, I believe.
Here Afro Ninja goes. We'll see what he's able to do on a mind control. He no longer has the Illusory Orb to work with, and the Dream Coil comes out onto 2, but it's not going to matter. They'll get the kill here onto the Puck. They save the tier 2 tower as well, and GH was hoping to find a moment to maybe blink in there, but unfortunately never really finds an opportunistic moment.
He's still hanging around top as well. This is now... We spoke about how the Earthshaker just being able to, you know, set up kills for this Invoker. Sunstrike, you already see almost full points in Exhort, so their burst potential is incredibly strong. I would usually say GH can't get a solo kill at this top lane, just because, I mean, of course, doesn't have a secondary hero, but always just the power of that Sunstrike. And I think they're aware of this. So I mean, it's about to be 19 minutes in. A lot of these good position fours are getting blinks around the 15-16 minute mark, so they're well aware of the shenanigans from the Earthshaker.
Still committing to this Midas. We'll see if Afterlife does ultimately get the Midas, or if he ends up going for the Blink Dagger. They find GH, who will throw the Echo Slam to get the kill onto Immersion. Immersion had also committed his ult, and now FNG moving in. He's looking to find GH. The Hawk is here. Illusory Orb coming in from Mind Control. So how much are you looking to commit? The Courier to Scout? No, they won't go on him. Mind Control there and pushing them back.
Still further making space. Weehaw now has the Ags. We'll be going for the Boot to Travel next. Miracle is about to have the Desolator finished as well, so they can take Roshan pretty fast. I mean, with Alacrity, Forge Spirits, and the Desolator, all this minus armor, they might find FNG top as well with the TP rotations. Good thing got people for the slow.
Miracle coming over, as is Mind Control. They'll commit the Dream Coil to this one. Gambit might look to turn. Nightmare trying to stay alive, but ends up getting dispatched by Miracle, looking for the Chaotic Offering, but they split up and they back off, and Gambit only lose one for now. But even then, it looks like they definitely want to contest the Bounty Rune, but everything up here for Gambit, except for the Maiden
as well. GH, gotta be careful. Afro does do a lot of damage here, but still, just playing the slow game here. We got 19 kills, 20 minutes in, still just continuing to farm. And what does Puck got? Okay, enough gold for the Blink as well. So these, these are two Blinks picked up on Liquid. Still, Gambit don't have any. I don't see how they start these fights, and Broommaster looks like he did commit for the Midas, so if you can't burst down one hero, like with your combination, then you're lacking lockdown. You kind of use everything on one, and then you just see that GH is always saving the fissure every single time. He's not using it unless Fiend's Grip is out, and that's the big thing. They're going to smoke up on Dire, though, see if they can catch someone with the water around the shrine, but I mean, Invoker's not there.
They could wrap all the way towards mid too. We'll see if that works out. They could find Miracle. He just gets to the other side, and now the Fissure comes in. The Shrac's in a little bit of trouble, but they'll come around. Meanwhile, taking their attention is Weeha, and he's trying to work with his team to split up this fight from Gambit. Miracle getting low. The Fatal Bonds is there, coming out from Kuroki. Afro Ninja trying to run away from Miracle, as well as the Golem that was committed. Meanwhile, on the back lines of this fight, they get the kill on the Weeha. 3-man Fissure coming in, but can they follow it up? Got the Cyclone on the mind control and doing a lot of damage here on the FNG with the Fatal Bonds ringing on everybody. And now rooted up is Miracle. So Kuroki and Miracle are just trying to do what they can. Dahak chasing down Miracle, doing so much damage. FNG finally going down. The Blade Fury comes in. The Fissure gets thrown, but it's not going to do anything. And they get the kill onto this Lifestealer. Leshrac coming in, turning this around. Mind control. There's the Yules. Looking to the stun to follow it up. And they... mind control. Phase shift with the silence, but won't be able to escape. So Gambit come out on top on that one.
You see, just GH couldn't get the perfect initiation there, just sitting behind the high ground and really wanted to Dahak. They're gonna smoke here.
Echo Slam, Sunstrike with a Fissure. He's still alive. He's got the healing word. You need to take that out to get the kill, and Dahak will just Blade Fury and TP out. Now Afro Ninja comes over. He's got the Yules as well as the stun, and GH will fall. That was Echo committed, and they don't find anything.
Yeah, they had to deal with that healing ward straight away, and they just don't. And now, all of a sudden, Gambit kind of feeling themselves. They've got the net worth lead, and
Miracle running at Afterlife.
Got to be careful because they don't have the ultimates. Golem's on cooldown. Can they find immersion? Okay, it looks like they'll be fine. So that team fight around, you know, the top shrine. Actually, Dire here, they might try and take this still. Oh, immersion's gonna get found, but alright. So that top team fight, Earthshaker was just kind of ready and waiting to get that blink. Echo was on cooldown, and then he ran into the Bane. They didn't kill him fast enough because the Bane was able to get the wand off, and he got the Nightmare, stopped the blink dagger, and then Hawk had to cancel the Nightmare, and they just couldn't kill the Bane fast enough, and then that was the issue. And of course, if they can find the Invoker to start the fight, if you can Cyclone him, you know, take him out of the fight, that's a perfect way for Gambit to take these. And now, they're just going to keep taking towers here.
Gambit have themselves a 1,000 net worth. They're looking for the BKB here on Leshrac as well as Brew. Brew never going into that Blink Dagger, but the fights have been okay up to this point, and, you know, just choosing to go a different direction.
I think as long as he can get the Brew ulti out, and if he can control up the Invoker, then I'm fine with that. But so the BKB is going to allow him to always get the ultimate out. They're probably... I still wouldn't be surprised if he does go back for a blink afterwards, but BKB is still fine here, and Liquid about to get their ultimate up soon if they wanted to try and do something around it. But still, I don't think they're on a timer here. Of course, Weeha actually going for the BKB instead of the Boots of Travel as well. So recognizing, I mean, if they they start getting steamrolled in the next few fights, Gambit might be able to end the game with how fast they push. So the BKB just going to come out a little earlier than I think Weeha wanted.
We could have the smoke ready. They might back off after pushing out with Miracle and Smoke up and go for a fight here. They've got everything up.
Bound to have the bounty runes. It's where you see a lot of the smokes coming through. Merchant's got drums as well, so he's actually doing reasonably well with the farm, keeping up with the Earthshaker, but... So, any big items coming through? I mean, AC about to be finished. I guess Miracle's still got a fair way away. 1,600 gold in the Hyperzone, but...
Thinking about Roche.
There you go, okay, so...
You need to be careful, though, Gambit. They're nearby and they're
really
smoked up. Oh, Miracle. Oh, he is right next to this Gambit team.
He's got to be in the area.
Healing Ward preemptively placed down, and Miracle just able to walk away from that one. A bit surprising that Gambit didn't just jump on the opportunity.
You see that Gambit recognize... Drums popped? Okay. You see Gambit recognize they need to still put pressure on the Liquid side, and they're going to do that. They smoke up, try and find someone they don't. Instead, they're going to try and put the pressure onto the tier 2 tower. Healing Ward is about to expire, though. But they've got a really good Observe Ward scouting out Liquid. Here comes the Infest Bomb, though, with Mind Control. They're going to back up.
They're backing up, but they've got this ward for vision and just trying to maybe catch Liquid. pushing in on them, and that's exactly what they're looking for. They've got the Sunstrike, though, but the Nightmare, it's not going to be enough, as Afro Ninja ends up falling. Immersion going to throw down the freezing field. The Tornado comes in from Weeha. Miracle backing out for the moment. They use the drums to try and walk away. Immersion hit with the Cold Snap, and he's going to be locked down here and killed off. Double kill for Weeha. The BKB was committed. FNG trying to TP out the Fissure, not in time. He won't even use it. And they lose the Leshrac. They lose the Crystal Maiden. A couple of BKBs popped. And Gambit, not awful, but they lose too. And this is a Roche potential. Or this is some Roche potential for Liquid.
Okay, so they take a really good... I mean, they get the T2 tower. They're kind of just baiting Weeha. They're allowing him to sit on the front line. They know he's got BKB. Fissure is going to... They don't have enough lockdown from the side of Dire. So it's going to allow Weeha to always get that BKB off. And they're just baiting him in. Nice Fissure blocking him out.
With the silence, Illusory Orb over. Fissure blocking out Gambit. Miracle now backing off, though.
You do put Roche on half HP, and I wonder if Gambit want to commit for this. I mean... I guess they did pop Healing Ward for it, but they can take it pretty fast. Jug and Afro with the physical damage. They want to fight. They still got Echo Slam.
Tornado EMP on the Leshrac. Fissure. Misses. They've got the Yule's Nightmare on Afro Ninja.
So top's getting pushed in. They might want to deal with this. This is a siege wave. Looks like they will back up, but more space. Weeha's going to continue farming. So still net worth lead for the Gambit side, but you see that Liquid just kind of want to play around these ultimates, and when they don't have them up, then they want to farm. And Gambit are the ones that always want to try and put the pressure on the map. The Hawk will be going for the Basher as well. Might see your Basher into Blink, maybe Abyssal Blade into Blink, something like that. Would not be surprised, just considering they're lacking the lockdown. And of course, the Basher is going to be good into the Lifesteal, just having, of course, going through the magic immunity. It's going to make it a big nuisance for the Lifesteal to play these team fights, but... What we got? I think that's a Soul Cuirass now finished for Lifesteal. And that is
coming out
incredibly good at stopping the damage from the Jug, the bonus armor, but...
Gambit's smoked up. They're looking towards this high ground. They don't actually see GH with this ward. And Dahak will move in for a moment into the Roche pit, but the Forge Spirit will spot him, and now they've got the Fissure and the quick damage coming out. They've already taken out the Jug.
He does have buyback.
Him.
If they want to try and defend this Roche, but looks like they're still in the area. They're going to scout it out. Roche is falling low.
Out the Nightmare, now the Root coming in. Tornado, the buyback will be committed here from the Jug. Let's see what they're able to do on the side of Gambit to get back into this one. The Pulse Nova takes out Mind Control, so now they're down to Puck, who doesn't have buyback. And with Puck dying, I'm not sure if Liquid can contest. They will try. They've got Echo Slam, they've got the Chaotic Offering. They just don't have the Puck.
You see how they're positioning, though. All not grouped up here. Dark's taking it fast. They've got to be careful.
There's the Chaotic Offering with the Echo Slam to follow it up. It's not enough damage to take anybody out just yet. The Aegis gets snatched by Dahak. The upheaval is slowing down these heroes on the side of Gambit. They'll get the kill here on Afro Ninja. The Omnisurge is going to be bouncing around here as GH ends up going down. Immersion in a little bit of trouble. The Tornado comes through, but it only hits onto Immersion. They get the kill on a Miracle, and now they're trying to get a Weeha out, but he's been cycloned up. He is locked down. Kuroki will try to save him, but they've got the Root. They've got the kill. They'll take out Weeha. Kuroki will add a +1 and a full team wipe here for Gambit. They also snatch the Aegis onto Dahak, and they've still got it.
They don't have buyback. This is scary for Liquid. They could lose, melee racks at least here, and a beautiful buyback coming through. I mean, they blow... They didn't use Echo Slam, so they just used some lockdown. The Sunstriker's wall to blow up the Hawk, but he has the buyback, rejoins the fight here, and that's just the power. I mean, and the beautiful thing about this is they got the Aegis on the Hawk. This could be a win condition for Liquid because he just brought back, so if they kill him, he'd be dead for ages. But now the Hawk with the second life, and now they just walk up high ground. Looks like they don't push fast enough because the Leshrac is down. Didn't recognize this, but still get the tier 3 tower, and exactly what you want out of that.
So that goes very well there for Gambit. And they could even play this a little bit slowly, get that buyback back here for Dahak if they don't want to commit to anything just yet. use this time to get that buyback back and farm up on the Jug, finish off this Abyssal Void. They did get the tier 3 tower, that opens up the shrines, they take out the bottom shrine, and this is all of a sudden looking really good for Gambit.
Yeah, they're looking in great position right now. I mean, you see Weehar just, even though if he BKBs, this physical damage from the Omni Slash, I mean, if you're directly on top of the Jug, then you're going to get melted down, and that's just not a spot where you want to be. If you can get controlled by these heroes, if Brewmaster's on top of you, if the Jug's on top of you, it makes it really hard for the Invoker just to get those perfect combinations coming through with the abilities. But, yeah, okay, so we'll be going for Shiva, so just this little bit of armor is going to help out against the physical damage from the Jug. I really like this pickup as well. And the Hawk, he has queued up the Abyssal Blade next as well, so we spoke about just the control for the life, so I do think he goes for a blink afterwards, and doesn't get the power rune. It's only regen down bot, but wonder if they... Doesn't look like they're posturing yet to go up high ground, but Liquid are about to have their ultimates, and you're really worried about going high ground into a team that has, so much, team fight. And this is... They might think about it, though. They are grouped up.
Liquid back off as Gambit are pressuring the bottom tier 3. They'll use the drums. They'll lead off with the Hawk, so they're not going to sit back and farm with the Sages. They are going to pressure and look to go for the kill. Nice. The Blade Fury with the Sunstrike. Not going to be enough. The Hawk taking a little bit of damage here as Miracle goes in with the Rage. Manta, Tornado EMP. That'll hit on the Lestrak. No, he's got the Yule, so he's okay with that.
I think they recognize they can try and blow up the Hawk. If they get that Aegis, then how did Gambit actually reinitiate without the blink? So, of course, they don't get the kill, that's fine. A nice attempt, but them just recognizing that Gambit don't really have any way to counter-initiate here without the big team fight. Of course, Brewmaster has to run forward and actually get in. And that's just still slowing out this Aegis. They're going to smoke, though. They've got great vision in the area. This is a big kill if they find Afterlife here.
Yeah, the Fissure hits, but it puts him on the opposite side, though. Followed up with the Dream Coil as well as the Sunstrike. Now he's been disarmed. He'll pop the BKB. They look over at Weehai. And now they've got the Fiend's Grip, but he'll Yules up, and Mind Control ends up dying anyway. The Omni Slash bouncing around. Miracle as well as Weehai in a lot of trouble. The BKB is going to be popped here by the Invoker. They look over at Miracle, who's trying to run away with the Fissure coming out from GH to stop him from moving forward, but they lose Weehai. He's dead for 70. He does have buyback, and everybody's still alive here for Gambit. They bought back on Mind Control, who moves forward for a moment. Blinks on back.
So they get the healing ward. Aegis gonna get claimed in 40 seconds. The Hawk still has this. Nightmare out will get cancelled from the puck, but he did buy back though. It looks like Gambit just unable to close the distance. So, a few good kills there. They got the 8k net worth lead now all of a sudden after that. And it looks like they won't be able to get anything out of this Aegis. So I guess net worth lead now in your favor. You take, you get the tier 3 tower, so now shrines are available. They can take this incredibly fast with the edict, but the main thing is they held the Invoker buyback. This is the big thing for them. And now also the Hawk, his buyback timer is going to come up shortly as well here. So just with this Aegis, of course, hit them not being able to find him. It looks like, how long's it got left? So okay, so 2 minutes 20. So that big win condition that teams get, if you can get a secondary kill, the buyback death timer, but can they find Miracle up top, actually? Nice observe ward scouts him out. They might fight here, actually.
Infest now. The Tornado being thrown all the way down. Doesn't land onto Immersion, but they've got themselves the Dust. How willing are you to push forward on this as they've got Afterlife as well as FNG? Miracle needs to be very careful as now he's slowed. Dahak trying to turn it. The BKB is going to be popped here by the Lestrak. They look over at Mind Control, who bought back in the previous fight. He's hit with a splitter. The BKB is going to be popped by Weehai. Mind Control goes down. He's going to be dead for 77 seconds. They'll take out FNG. So far it's a 1-for-1, but the Blade Fury as well as the Fissure Miracle trying to run away. It's a double kill here for Afo Ninja. Looking for Kuroki, but he just TPs away. But you do not have buyback on Miracle. He is dead for 80 seconds.
They do have bounties, though. They draw around the map straight away. Weehai's got to go get these. I don't know if it'll be enough for the double ones down bot. Someone needs to get them, though, seeing he needs 280 gold. Oh, mid lane. Echo Slam.
Echo Slam committed. They'll also get the Sunstrike. Immersion goes down. Afterlife trying to at least get the trade. Oh my god, the damage coming out from Afterlife.
Alrighty. I mean, they still didn't get the bounties. And now they're just going to walk up high ground here.
Tornado, EMP, but there's the Yules.
Okay, so they have the buyback on the Earthshaker. Invoker's one of the best heroes at delaying high ground, which is spamming out all your abilities here. There's the buyback coming through.
Buyback from
Pop
GH,
the glyph as well, but they should be able to go through this.
Doesn't have Echo Slam. He'll fissure. That'll land on the 2. They've got the Chaotic Offering from KuroKy, but are they willing to use it just yet? Or are they going to try and wait for the puck as well as the Lifestealer to be back alive before they commit something like that?
Looks like, I mean, they're going to get a full set of racks and they'll back up now. Shrine already taken down, but still have the bounty runes as well, so it looks like GAMBIT. I mean, their positioning has been incredibly good. Miracle just getting a little too far out. If you don't have the team behind you to protect you, from the Fiend's grip, and you can just get controlled through the slows coming through from GAMBIT, and once that rage is on cooldown, you don't have the 25 talent yet for that plus 2 second rage duration, so looks like Liquid got to be a little more careful with their positioning, just getting too far away from the heroes, but they need to play around no blinks from GAMBIT. That is the big thing.
Liquid in a very tough spot, down 13,000 net worth. In a game that early looked like Liquid had some control, but for the last 25 minutes or so, it has been all GAMBIT.
Did you see that nightmare on the Ancient Camp?
Nope.
That was really weird. I mean, so Miracle's farming this Ancient Camp, and then from the low ground, FNG just nightmares him and just reveals there's a ward in the high ground. That's things you can't do. I mean, this is getting to the late game. All the vision you can get is absolutely key, and you nightmaring from the low ground is going to reveal there's a ward in the area. So instant D-ward, and now Liquid, they're the ones with the control of the vision around that top side, but
Scan comes out. They did smoke. Mind control, he's nightmared up. The fissure comes out onto one, but they've got the Fiend's grip onto GH. The BKB is going to be popped by Afterlife. They're looking for the Chaotic Offering. KuroKy looking to spam it and finally throws it down. They'll get the kill here, dominating his Afterlife. They'll take out Miracle. He's going to be dead for 85 seconds, and now Ninja chasing after GH to get the kill. 3 heroes dead very quickly. GAMBIT just take out these heroes on Liquid.
And 2 of them don't have buyback.
Yeah, he's in trouble too. BKB is going to be popped. And they bought back on Miracle. Let's see if they could do anything with this. The Cold Snap's thrown at Ninja, and they've got the Dream Coil. They'll get the kill on FNG. They're looking for more. Sunstrike hits Afterlife. Not enough damage just yet. The Split Earth lands here as well as the Abyssal Weight on the Miracle. Just pulled back. He's dead for 115 seconds. The BKB from Ninja trying to get into the tier 4s and kill off Weeha. They get the kill on Afterlife. He'll buy back immediately. And now Weeha, can he defend? The answer, no, he cannot. He is forced to buy back as he goes down the first time. They'll go for the tier 3 towers as well as the racks, but it's just mind control. It's just Weeha. What can you do? Oh man, mind control. Okay. Dead again. Double kill there. No buybacks available. Now it's just Weeha and KuroKy. KuroKy doesn't have the Chaotic Offering. They'll take the bottom set of racks. They'll look after the tier 4s. Oh boy, Liquid might just be done in this game, and we're looking towards a game 3.
This is perfectly played from GAMBIT. I mean,
Deafening Blast, Weeha, Split Earth coming in, and the damage is there. The Force Staff back into the base, and KuroKy, he's going to be the one who's spotted out, killed off. GG called. GAMBIT take game 2, and they force it to a 3rd.
It looked like Liquid just weren't able to use their abilities. They just kind of whiffed on a majority of them in that,